Welcome back to Moto Next Hub. Today we've got something massive and legendary to dive into. The all-new 2026 Kawasaki Vulcan 2000. Kawasaki has taken one of the most iconic cruisers in motorcycle history and given it a bold, modern-era reboot, and trust me, this is a bike worth talking about. From brutal torque to classic cruiser aesthetics and some seriously impressive tech, we're covering everything you need to know before you consider buying one. Let's jump right in. At YIDRS's Sedilla 1, the return of a cruiser legend, 0:468130. After more than 2 decades since its original run, the Vulcan 2000 is back and bigger, bolder, and more powerful than ever. This isn't just a retro throwback. Kawasaki has engineered this bike to stand toe-to-toe with the big names in the cruiser world, the Harleys, Indians, and Triumph Rocket 3s alike. IDRSS !1/2. RyanGlobalSchool.com+1. Dissection 2. Engine Performance Beast, 1:31 3 o'clock. Let's talk power because this is where the Vulcan 2000 really roars. Underneath that massive tank sits a 2,053 cc, liquid-cooled V-twin engine. This monster is all about torque and throttle feel. Expect around 115 120 horsepower and an earth-moving 190+ Nm of torque at low RPMs. IDRSS !1/2 Roadrunner +1. That torque curve means effortless cruising on highways and instantaneous throttle response when you want it. Riding this bike feels like commanding a road-going locomotive. The transmission is a 5-speed with belt final drive, a classic cruiser setup that emphasizes smooth power delivery and low maintenance. IDRSS !1/2 Roadrunner. Estimated top speeds are claimed north of 125 miles per hour, 200 kilometers per hour, more than enough for highway blasts, while still retaining that laid-back cruiser character. IDRSS !1/2 Roadrunner. At IDRS's Sedilla 3. Ride handling, 3:01 At first glance, the Vulcan 2000 may look like a traditional cruiser, but Kawasaki has tuned it for modern performance without sacrificing comfort. The long wheelbase and low seat height give it stability at speed and confidence on long rides. The seat is comfy, the reach is relaxed, and the wide handlebars make highway riding effortless. IDRSS !1/2 RyanGlobalSchool.com. Suspension front and rear keeps things controlled and composed, absorbing bumps while keeping the bike planted, and despite its mass, we're talking well over 300 kilograms wet weight, the Vulcan 2000 doesn't feel unwieldy once you're moving. IDRSS !1/2 RyanGlobalSchool.com. Cruise control and traction control systems are available, especially on higher trims, which add safety and convenience you don't always expect in this class. IDRSS !1/2 RyanGlobalSchool.com. AODRSS 4. Design a classic with a modern edge, 4:16 One of the most striking things about the new Vulcan 2000 is how Kawasaki balances classic cruiser DNA with contemporary flair. From the sculpted teardrop fuel tank and wide 200mm rear tire to the bold chrome engine and aggressive stance, this bike demands attention. IDRSS !1/2 allconfluence.in. The lighting package is typically modern, a full LED headlamp and DRLs, giving great visibility and a premium feel. IDRSS !1/2 allconfluence.in. And while it still wears that traditional cruiser silhouette, long and low, the details feel refined and purposeful, not dated. This bike looks like a cruiser you want to both ride and show off. IDRSS !1/2 allconfluence.in. At Section 5. Tech features, 5:31 645. Kawasaki hasn't turned this into a tech overload day, and that's intentional. This bike is still about the ride first and foremost, but it's not completely behind the curve either. You get selectable ride modes, touring, urban, sport on some trims, adapting power delivery to your mood or road conditions. IDRSS !1/2 allconfluence.in. Dual channel ABS traction control, crucial for safety on a bike this heavy and fast. IDRSS !1/2 allconfluence.in. Cruise control, a must-have for long-distance rides. IDRSS inverted question mark 1 half RyanGlobalSchool.com TFT display with smartphone connectivity neatly integrates ride info, navigation, and trip data in a modern panel. IDRSS inverted question mark 1 half Confluence.in USB-C ports and app integration for ride tracking and diagnostics say nice touches that show Kawasaki is thinking about real riders. IDRSS inverted question mark 1 half Confluence.in this blend of simplicity and essential tech keeps the focus on the ride while staying practical for everyday use. At Y apostrophe superscript 06 comfort ergonomics 6:46A730 cruisers are about comfort and Kawasaki has delivered here. The seat is wide and supportive, the controls are relaxed, and the riding posture is classic cruiser chill upright with legs forward. The Vulcan 2000 is meant for long stretches, not short hops and it shows. You'll appreciate it on interstate journeys, weekend 2-ups, or even full-on road trips. IDRSS inverted question mark 1 half RyanGlobalSchool.com FY Sandila 7 price value 7:31A815. Now, let's talk money. The 2026 Vulcan 2000 carries a premium price tag and you should expect that with this level of power and equipment. While official regional pricing may vary, early indications put it roughly in the $17,000 $20,000 range depending on trim and optional equipment. IDRSS inverted question mark 1 half Mini Supers Veganos. For comparison, earlier Vulcan 2000 models retailed around $14,499 in the US market so this updated version commands a bit more due to added tech and refinement. IDRSS inverted question mark 1 half Roadrunner. That price places it firmly in the premium cruiser segment, but when you consider what you're getting torque, presence, comfort, and heritage it starts to make sense. IS8 unique selling points 8:16A930. Here's what makes the 2026 Vulcan 2000 stand out. Massive torque cruiser power, with over 2 liters of displacement and nearly 200 Nm of torque, this bike is a highway powerhouse that's hard to match. IDRSS inverted question mark 1 half Confluence.in. The IDRSS Sandila Classic Cruiser Soul Plus modern reliability. It feels like a muscle cruiser you'd want to ride for years but with fuel injection, IFA, and modern cooling to make it usable every day. IDRSS inverted question mark 1 half Confluence.in. The plus-minus balanced tech package, ride modes, ABS, traction control, TFT, and connectivity just enough without taking away from the analog feel. IDRSS inverted question mark 1 half Confluence.in. At Y comfort meets capability, it's not just a garage queen this bike is built for real miles, real riding, and real adventures. IDRSS inverted question mark 1 half RyanGlobalSchool.com. At YN Cruiser Identity, look at it side by side with the competition and many will say it looks and feels more purposeful than similarly priced cruisers. At Y Currency 9, who is this bike for? 9:31A1030. This isn't a beginner bike not by a long shot. The Vulcan 2000 is for riders who want presence a bike that turns heads everywhere it goes long-distance cruisers who ride highway miles, not just city blocks riders transitioning from touring bikes who want cruiser comfort plus power enthusiasts who appreciate torque, sound, and character. If you want a daily commuter bike that's nimble in tight traffic this might not be the bike for you. But if road trips, open throttles, and cruiser legacy are your jam the Vulcan 2000 delivers in spades. At Y10, final thoughts outro, 10:31A11 o'clock. So there you have it the 2026 Kawasaki Vulcan 2000, a muscle cruiser with heart, presence, and serious performance. It's not just a comeback it's a statement. If you like this video, hit that like button, subscribe to Moto Next Hub, and let us know in the comments when you take the Vulcan 2000 on your next road trip. Thanks for watching see you in the next one.